Sex is a natural part of us by default. Like any creature that has survived until now, our ability to breed has played a crucial role. Our genes drive us to procreate, but as with anything, it is only good as long as it is kept within limits. Think about water. Everyone knows that drinking water is crucial if you want to survive. But guess what happens when you drink too much water? Your kidneys can't get rid of the excess water. The sodium content of your blood becomes diluted. This is the stage where you enter hyponatremia, and your situation becomes life-threatening. Same is true to your life as a man. When sexual thoughts begins taking over your life, making it difficult to focus and difficult to get simple things done, these start acting as a background noise while you undergo your routine life. Just imagine the impact this could make on your career, education, health, interests and hobbies, family and friends, money, and so on. Everything that ever held meaning for you would go down the drain if you let it. As we always say on this channel, whenever you try not to think about something, it will click in your mind more frequently than it would if you weren't trying to avoid thinking about the subject. Because of this very reason, people tend to think more about food when they are on a diet and when they are trying to quit smoking. The more these people think about staying on a diet, the easier it is for them to fall off. Whatever you resist persists. When you try to convince your brain that you do not want to think about sex or pornography, or any addiction for that matter, it spends a lot of time monitoring for those exact sexual and addicting thoughts, which ultimately makes you think about it even more. So, coming back to the real question, how can you stop thinking about sex all the time? Let's check the 7 fundamental pillars you need to get right first. Number 1. Delete your stash. You won't believe how many men have special USB and storage files, specifically for their favorite pornography stash. How can you expect to defeat something that you carry along with you purposely? If you want to avoid pornography once and for all, consider it an enemy. You cannot defeat something that you consider a friend and carry along. Start by deleting any type of downloaded videos, magazines, calendars, or any sort of materials that relates to pronoun. And for other men who use the web to access the videos, start by enabling parental controls. If you have a firewall guard on your computer, then put the profile to teen, so you won't accidentally stumble across any explicit material. It's a war that you must fight. You may feel hesitant to put these safety mechanisms on your laptop because a part of you still wants to access pornography. But like with anything in life, the first step may seem the hardest. But over time, the less your brain is fed with explicit images, the less it will demand for them. Number 2. Know your triggers. Sometimes an automated response to pure boredom is entertainment. In today's world where people don't want to leave their house, like in the older days, the entertainment only comes in one big form, and that is sexual thoughts. Stress is another big trigger for sexual thoughts. So when you want to avoid sexual thoughts, remember, it's stress and boredom that you are looking to fight. Every time you find the sexual thoughts creeping back into your mind, ask yourself this question: am I bored or stressed right now? If you are bored, then find something to do immediately as a diversion. But some men become so addicted to the point that they can't even stop thinking about it during bus rides. Once again, it's your boredom kicking in because your brain is no longer used to staying bored. If this is the care for you, then do something special during your ride. For example, try and finish your homework on the bus ride, read a new newspaper, or just talk to a friend. This could be a blessing in disguise for you. Because the more effort you put into not becoming bored, the more you will find yourself ticking your scheduled tasks with speed. If you are heavily addicted, you might push yourself so much to avoid boredom that you end up completing tomorrow's scheduled tasks as well. So, as the saying goes, each setback could in fact be a blessing in disguise. Use it. Number 3. Communicate with your partner. If you are in a relationship, communication is a key element to healthy sex life. To improve your sex life, get your sexual thoughts out in the open. Most women today use sex as a weapon against the man. The man's own wife might deny him sex because of something he has said. If you feel you are not getting your right share, then talk to your partner. If you put a cap on your rightful desires, the more they will grow to the point that they turn into fantasies. And fantasies are the silent killer. They stop you from living in the present reality. Communicate with your partner to maintain a healthy sexual relationship that keeps you both fulfilled. Number 4, do not stay free. Look back over your past 24 hours. How is your day structured? What things did you achieve and do within those 24 hours? For many, it will be going to work, coming home, and just staying inside doing nothing. When you become used to this routine, laziness takes over your life. And as the saying goes, a lazy life is a devil's playground. Think about your most busiest part of the day. It's very likely that during this time, for example when you are at work, you would never even think about sexual thoughts. It's only when you are home with nothing to do that fighting sexual thoughts becomes more of a problem. So, just like you are at work with a set tasks of routine you know you have to complete, in the same way, have organized productive tasks and activities for yourself to do when you get home. Your day should be full of events and activities. For reflection and relaxation, leave a bit of time at the end of the day, but not so much that you'll get bored. Number 5, fix your sex hormones. Imbalances of sex hormones can make you constantly crave sex, and you start having issues with sexual thoughts. Testosterone is a hormone that determines the amount of sexuality in a person. One method of reducing sex hormones in your body is dieting, and make sure that both your estrogen and testosterone are in healthy levels. Number 6, try the grandma strategy. This trick has been in the books since long ago. Use this trick as the last of backups. Simply think of something that turns you off. This could even be a completely dredge-up image that you think of if you need to stop thinking about sex suddenly. This is the mental equivalent of taking a cold shower. It is not a long-term solution, and you shouldn't rely on this technique too often. Use it only for situations in which you need to stop thinking about sex immediately. For many men, thinking about their grandma is the image that does the trick. And if you have a solid relationship with God, then think about His Word. Look at the promises He has given, that He will never leave you or forsake you. Call out on His name. If there is one person that turns you on like crazy, try to discreetly avoid that person. Spend your time reading books or listening to music. And finally, number 7, practice neuroplastic exercises. Music and video games, and among the 2 most neuroplastic exercises you can do. Neuroplastic simply means that they are able to change your mind and thinking pattern. Pornography is one of the most neuroplastic activities, hence why it gets you addicted almost immediately. But music and video games follow closely behind it, hence why they also have an addicting effect. Use these 2 activities in moderation to distract yourself from porn if you are highly addicted. So remember, brothers, the man that conquers himself is greater than the man that conquers a city. Many men believe that once they become married or have a partner, they will stop thinking about sex. That couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, most of those people end up fantasizing more and end up becoming hardcore sex addicts. So start from today. Get your thoughts under control, so when God does bless you with a woman tomorrow, you know how to take care of the relationship in a healthy way. By the way, don't forget to show some love. Tap that subscribe button and hit like for the algorithm. To see the next best way to level up as a man, watch these videos here.